Hello, Gemini. This is your reading for the month of May 2025. The deck we're using is the Mystical Journey Oracle deck. My readings are a little bit different. I get psychic impressions from the images and interact with spirit, so I'm not just memorizing the card and reading it off or whatever. Okay, so let's get into your reading. The first card we have for you here is Compassion. So, if you've been in a partnership, I'm getting that it's going pretty good. It's pretty romantic. It's maybe you have rose-colored glasses on, so you're seeing things as being wonderful and terrific, but sorry, but your partner may not feel exactly the same way as you. So figure out why that might be. Are there little things that are happening that you're kind of ignoring, but they're not? Is there a lack of communication, perhaps, that needs to be improved? So take a look, okay? Take a step back. Take the rose-colored glasses off. Take a good hard look, clear look, instead of this cloudy, silvery, everything's beautiful and wonderful kind of impression. Just take a look and start repairing what needs to be repaired. Start changing and fixing things so that you can get back to this, oh, everything's wonderful, so that you're both on the same page, okay? For those of you that are not in a relationship, this could be coming for you. So you could be getting a relationship and it seems magical and wonderful and they're everything that you've been looking for. Take those rose-colored glasses off, or don't put them on, and make sure you're catching, because maybe instead of getting big red flags, you're getting little red flags and little indications that, whoop, wait a minute, hang on, that did that just happen? Okay, and pay attention to it. Don't just excuse it, like, oh well, okay, they're having a bad day. Hey, yo, pay attention, that happened. And then, oh, when it happens again next time, oh, okay, hang on. That happened before. Maybe this is a pattern. Okay, so yeah, make sure you're not going all mystical. Life is beautiful and wonderful. Because you're in love, make sure you got the rose-colored glasses off so that the red flags aren't being tinted a different color, okay? And pay attention to what's going on. And little things at the beginning of a relationship become bigger things later on. So ask yourself that too, right? If there's a small thing that they've done, and whatever that thing is, do you want that to escalate and get worse in the future? Would you be able to handle that, right? So pay attention to that and do what is necessary to either get it fixed, or maybe it's time to exit stage left and get out of the relationship before it goes farther and gets worse. Okay, so Spirit said next card. So we have taking back your power. And the colors are kind of similar here, right? A little bit darker, perhaps, more saturated, less saturated, sorry. So but that's the bottom, so it's like you're coming up out of that. Yeah, because if you don't fix things, it could get bad. So you could end up with a broken heart. You could end up, they leave you. Um, because it could be that they're not happy with how you behave rather than you not happy with how they behave. So you have to really pay attention to what's going on, and open those lines of communication. It's so important. And don't just think to yourself, oh, well, that happened, but it'll be okay, and it won't happen again, and then it does happen again. And you know what I mean? Like, you really have to pay attention. And then if your behavior is a little off, because like none of us are perfect, um, notice how they're reacting. Because if you're noticing they're backing away, they're not as close as they were, then that's something that needs to be worked on, right? Um, yeah, but don't let them overpower you, if and especially if there is any signs of abuse. And this could be psychological, emotional, physical. There's so many different ways that you can get abused, right? So pay attention. Something like you're in a room and maybe the two of you are having a slight disagreement, and the other person blocks you so that you cannot get out of the room. That is an indication of abuse that's going to escalate later. All right? Preventing you from going somewhere, preventing you from doing something like leaving a room, that's abusive. Okay, so um, look, find out what's going wrong. I'm not saying that it's abusive, but just watch out for that in case it is. Okay, because the things that are going wrong, if they're little things, they'll get to be bigger, worse things later on, and you don't want that. Okay. Okay, Spirit said move on to the next card. We have Universal Mother. This feels like somebody else's energy. So not with this relationship, possible relationship happening here, which does feel like a romantic situation. This is someone else's energy. It's a darker individual, if that makes sense. So could be appearance wise, they may be darker. It could be personality wise, maybe they're a little bit darker. It feels primordial. Like almost, like they're part of the earth. I hope that makes sense. Um, they're very, maybe they're snake-like. It just feels like somehow they're really super involved with nature. Like I'm getting an image of my head of like a forest, and all the dirt and the plants growing, and it's like they're almost like they're slithering on their belly, getting through that environment. Um, I'm not sure. Their intention feels mixed. They feel as though they're very, very self-cherishing, very self-absorbed. So they're going to put themselves before you. So they will do whatever it takes to get ahead. So be careful if you know who this is, or watch out for them if they show up in your life in May, because they may offer you something, and that you may find them irresistible at first. And maybe they're very sensual there's something about them that is, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry. Not really manipulative. That could be part of it. Seductive. They're seductive in a way that you're falling for whatever it is. So like it may not be intimate relationship. It may be like some sort of deal or an opportunity, or it's almost like they're trying to buy you, purchase you in some way. So be careful of them, because like the initial offer may be something you find irresistible, but it just feels like it's going to slither in the wrong direction. So it might appear like, oh, it's going to be this wonderful, terrific thing, and you're just getting sucked right into whatever it is that they're selling, and then you're going to be taken advantage of. You're going to be the loser in the end, because like I said, this person's very self-absorbed. Okay, so be careful with anyone coming along in May that's offering you something that seems too good to be true. Yeah, too good to be true. That would be correct. Um, so yeah, be careful of that. Okay, I just check in with spirits. I'm like, well, I'm ready to move on to the next card. They said, yeah, go ahead. Okay, so we have the path. Cloudy, foggy, things are not clear. You might have one too many choices of which direction to head in your life, what path to follow, where to go. But the destination is clouded. You don't, it's almost like you have two or more clear paths or things you could do with your life. And they right now they're very clear, shiny. They look like, yeah, I could go do this or that. Yep, and it seems like, yeah, it would be fine no matter what I choose. It's going to be fine. But that outcome is clouded over. It's hard to see, and it's almost like it doesn't matter which one you choose. And like from the point of view of everything's clear, so it doesn't matter which one I choose. I'm going to be fine. Yet it doesn't matter which one you choose. You're still going to end up in kind of like this murky place. So perhaps what you're thinking, where this path is going to lead, is not where it's going to lead. So that might be what the cloudiness is. It doesn't mean that in the future it's going to be bad no matter what decision you make. But I don't think it's going to be what you thought. So if you have a crystal clear idea of this is where I'm going to be in 5 years or 10 years, probably not. Okay. And again, I'm not saying it's negative. It's just going to be different. Okay. So I think, yeah, you could pretty much choose whatever it is you want to do with your life, whatever path you want to take, but just don't be like hell bent on having a specific certain outcome. Give yourself more wiggle room, more space to be able to um, navigate and deal with what is going to be coming your way, because it again it may be better than what you were thinking, but whatever it's just going to be different. So allow that to be. Okay, Spirit said that's it for your reading. I hope this has been helpful. Take care, and hopefully we'll see you again. Thanks so much for watching.